Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. If you just close your eyes and imagine, you can almost smell the brats cooking. Nothing says football season like a good old-fashioned matchup in the Big Ten as two old conference rivals square off in this one. That does it for us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at the half.
Welcome back to more Big Ten action. The Cornhuskers have put their embarrassing loss to Penn State behind them and have won back-to-back games against Michigan State and Purdue. They now look to make it 3 in a row, traveling to Minnesota, a team who has lost their first 3 games in the Big Ten. We won last week against Purdue thanks to a dominant defense. The offense continued to struggle, only putting up 17 points. They might need to do better today if we're going to get the win, and the win's going to be very important if we want to win the Big Ten West and make it to the Big Ten Championship. On the first play, Nebraska are going to be in I formation, and it's going to be a handoff at the middle. It is the second-year running back, Jake Pierce. He doesn't have much space. He only gets a gain of 3. 2nd and 5 after a short rush by Jake Pierce. We're going to look to throw on 3rd down, and he's going to get it out quick as there's a heavy pressure, but the ball falls incomplete. So we're going to go 3 and out on our first offensive drive. Not a great start for an offense we need to see more from, but we won last week thanks to this defense. Now on the first play, it's a drop, so now it's 2nd and 10 for Minnesota. They're going to go with a heavy package. Their big threat is their running back, Trey Potts. He is an absolute handful to bring down. He does break the first tackle, but we do bring him down thanks to having plenty of extra men there. It's actually Buford, the cornerback, who gets the tackle, and it's a loss of 1. So it's going to be 3rd and long for Minnesota on their first drive. We're going to see back-to-back 3 and outs. This is where we want this Minnesota team, where they can't give it to their running back. They might still try to play a screen, but they can't run it with them, and that works in our favor. But the quarterback's going to have plenty of time to look towards the sideline, and it's nearly an interception. Gary Thompson gets his hands on the ball, but he can't bring it down. But we still force the punt. This might be a defensive ball game. Both teams have gone 3 and out on their first drive. This is our second chance for the Nebraska offense. On first down, it's another 3-yard carry for Jake Pierce. So we're in 2nd and 7 once again. 2 tight ends on the field, but from shotgun. And it's going to be a throw. Jeff Holland is going to have his first pass that he could complete, and he does, to the running back out of the backfield, who runs over one man and falls forward for the first down yardage. Jake Pierce might have struggled to start running the ball, but good play there in the receiving game. So on the 3rd drive of the game, we get our first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 now. They're going to be in I formation, an extra tight end on the field, and it's going to be a play-action pass. Jeff Holland looking downfield, and he's got his man on the crossing route. That is Brian Donaldson, who gets his first catch of the day, and he goes for 15. We got back-to-back firsts. So that puts us past the 50-yard line for the first time. 1st and 10, 3 receivers on the field, and he's going to look to throw one more time. Quick crossing route, and he finds his man once again. It's Brian Donaldson for another first down. Nebraska combated the blitz with quick passes, and it worked pretty well to getting the first down. But on 1st and 2nd down, only 2 short gains. One on the ground, one through the air. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 here. A tight end's going to line up in the backfield. It's going to be a 4-man rush. Jake Pierce looking to throw down the field, and he's got his man. Is that Brian Donaldson? It is. He has played well the last 2 weeks, and he started off very well today. He has been very good. The running game might not be working so far, but the passing game has been exceptional, as has Jeff Holland. Scramble for 6 on 1st down, so it's going to be 2nd and 4. We're going to see the first of Ramir Johnson in the game. 2 running backs in the backfield. And it's going to be a read option. Jeff Holland's going to take it himself. He's got a lane, and he's got a touchdown. 3 and out on the first drive. A little worrying, but the second drive, they come back, and they drive down the field with ease, mostly through the air, but they finish it off on the ground. So thanks to that great drive for the offense, Nebraska start this first quarter with a lead. On 1st down, another incomplete pass for Minnesota. On 2nd down, they're going to throw once again. We can get a lead here, and that might be helped with an interception. Who is it that made that play? I don't know who that was exactly. That was... Who are you? Oh, that's Marvin White, the backup middle linebacker. Brings down the interception. A huge play for this Nebraska team. The true freshman middle linebacker, Marvin White, doesn't play a lot, but he does play in the 4-2-5 set, which is what we ran there, and he makes the biggest play of his young career. Now the offense has the ball right back, 1st and 10, in good field position. Wide receiver's going to come in motion, and Jeff Holland's going to drop back and look to throw. Looking for the sideline for his tight end, and he brings it down. What a catch by Rodney Jennings. What a great start this has been for the Nebraska offense, as multiple players are stepping up and making big plays. Another 3-yard carry on first down, though, and it's going to be 2nd and 7. We still can't get this running game going. 2 tight ends in the field from shotgun, and Jeff Holland's going to look to throw. It's a 4-man rush. He's going to have time, looking over the middle, and he's got his tight end again. It's Rodney Jennings down to about the 2 or 3 yard line. So once again, we're in a goal-to-go situation. Starting out here in the pistol, 2 receivers to the left-hand side of the formation, and it's going to be handoff. Jake Pierce, see if they get in the end zone on the ground again, and they do. Jake Pierce not have a great yards per carry so far, but he's got a touchdown to his name. We're up 2 scores. If we can force Minnesota into passing the ball for the rest of this game, that works out massively in our favor. They can't use their biggest weapon, Trey Potts. 2nd and 4, tight end's going to motion to the right-hand side. Quarterback calls an audible, and they're going to look to throw here. It's a 4-man rush. Going to look down the field to the sideline, and he's got his man wide open on the sideline. That is their number 1 receiver, Brown Stevens, for a big game. So the first completion for this Minnesota offense goes for 29 yards. On first down, a run for 6 yards, and so it's going to be 2nd and 6. 2 tight ends on the field from an ace package. One's going to motion to the right-hand side of the formation. We have to worry about their running back still. It's only a 14-point lead. They can still run the ball. 5-man rush, and he still can throw the ball as well. He has a man wide open over the middle. It's Dylan Wright for another big gain. Minnesota are in scoring range. So it was a great first 2 drives for the Nebraska defense. This time they've struggled a little bit, and the Minnesota offense has figured it out a little bit, finding open receivers through the air. 1st and goal, heavy package, and they're going to throw one more time. It's been working for them so far, and it works again in the form of 7 points. Once again, he finds his number 1 receiver, and Minnesota are on the board. I thought we'd be in a good spot if we could force the Minnesota offense away from the running game. Unfortunately, it looks like they've started pretty well, especially because our passing defense was really good last week as well. I thought we'd be pretty good against this Minnesota offense, but not so far. 1st and 10. Our offense has played well the last 2 drives. It's going to be a play-action pass on first down, looking for the sideline. It's another great pass, and once again, it is Brian Donaldson. This is no Jeff Holland that I know. He is 8 of 9 for over 100 yards passing so far. Not only is he accurate, but he's making good decisions, and he's putting the ball down the field. I like to see it. 4-yard carry on first down by Jake Pierce, so it's 2nd and 6. From shotgun, 3 receiver set, and Jeff Holland's going to look to throw. He's going to look near the sideline. He's got his man once again. It's Rodney Jennings. It's been only Rodney Jennings and Brian Donaldson so far, and it's been pretty successful. With how good our passing offense has been, you would hope that at some point you'd be able to start running the ball again. 1st and 10. But as long as the passing game is working, I'm going to stick with it. 3 receivers to the left-hand side from a pistol look. Jeff Holland going to drop back to throw. It's going to be a blitz. He's going to look to scramble, but he gets taken down for the first time. Not much pressure there. He kind of ran into that sack, but it's still a loss of 5. That was actually blocked pretty well by the offensive line. Just a bad decision for the first time today by Jeff Holland. 2nd and 15 now. We're behind the sticks. 3 receivers on the field from shotgun. He's going to look to throw one more time. 4-man rush this time. It's not going to get there. He's going to look for his check down. I was giving you so much praise, Jeff. And then runs into a sack and throws a check down 1 yard downfield on 2nd and 15. I guess he can only play well for so long before he falls into his Jeff Holland tendencies. So it's 3rd and long, 14 yards to go, and we have no one in the backfield. 5 wide look. Jeff Holland goes to throw. It's 5-man rush. He's got to get the ball out, and he does to the tight end, and he's going to get enough. He is. Rodney Jennings caught it just short of the first down, but he fights for those extra yards, and we convert the 3rd and long. Big play there by Jeff Holland and Rodney Jennings. Now I've got it 1st and 10. We're back in the I formation. 2 receivers to the left-hand side. And we're going to look to run Jake Pierce one more time. See if all this passing has softened up a little bit. Maybe it's a gain of 5, which is one of the best runs today for Jake Pierce. But still, I'd like to see more from this running game. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 from about the 22-yard line. From the pistol, Brian Donaldson's going to come in motion. And it's going to be a triple option play. Jeff Holland might just take it himself. He does eventually pitch it. Brian Donaldson breaks 1 tackle. And he gets the first down. A short completion on first down. And then a run for Jake Pierce. Makes it 3rd and 3. 2 tight ends to the right-hand side. Jeff Holland's going to throw here. He's going to have time and look for his man, and he's got him. It's out of the backfield, Jake Pierce, and he gets just enough to get the first down. It set us up in 1st and goal once again. So it's another short yardage situation. 1st and goal from shotgun, 2 tight ends on the field, and Jeff Holland's going to throw here on first down. Looking near the sideline, he's got his man. It's Rodney Jennings, absolutely wide open, and he walks into the end zone. So it is 3 consecutive touchdowns drives for this Nebraska offense. We have already scored more points than we did all last week, and we're not even at halftime yet. The offense has been pretty spectacular today. Now Minnesota has it back after a successful drive themselves. They look to run it on first down, but there is nowhere for Trey Potts to go as he gets eaten up the second he gets handed the ball. So it's going to make it 3rd and long here for Minnesota, and they can't rely on their running game here. 3rd and 11, they are going to throw. It's a heavy blitz for Nebraska. The quarterback's going to panic, look near the sideline, and it's terrible coverage downfield. There were 2 players there, and none of them can make the play on the ball. So under pressure, he finds his man 29 yards downfield for the first down. We had to have better coverage there. We were in the right position. We just couldn't make the play. We sent extra guys on that pass, relying on our secondary to make a play, and they couldn't do it. Another short run on first down, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. They're going to run the ball one more time. This one, the most successful of the day for Minnesota. as he brings them just short of the first down. So it's 3rd and inches for Minnesota. And they're going to spread us out with a 4-wide look, but the running back's still in the backfield, and he can still get the ball here. Receiver's going to come in motion, and it is a speed option, and we play it perfectly. We take down the running back, and then the defensive end gets back into the backfield. Ty Robinson brings down the quarterback for a loss here there on 3rd and short. So it's going to be 4th and 2. They might have to go for this. Looks like they are. Looks like the running back Trey Potts is taking a little bit of a knock. So he's not out there right now, but he should return at some point. 4th and 2 from shotgun. They're going to give it to the backup running back looking to hit this right edge. And he's going to do just enough. It's Marquise Irving who gets 8 and moves the chains. They're back in business. So Minnesota have a first down and get into field goal range. 1st and 10, 3-wide look from shotgun. Tight end's going to motion to the right-hand side. They can still run the ball here, but it'd be a little bit dangerous. It's going to be a screen pass instead, looking for the running back. And he's got plenty of space in front of him. Plenty of space. And he breaks the tackle and gets taken down just short of the end zone. A 23-yard catch and run by their backup running back. And now it's 1st and goal for Minnesota. It was a great start for this Nebraska defense, but they have struggled of late. It's going to be a wildcat, and the running back's going to look to take it himself after the fake on the end around, and he's going to get into the end zone. He drags players into the end zone. He's looked better than Trey Potts so far. Why can't we play complementary football? The offense is good, the defense is bad. The defense is good, the offense is bad. 1st and 10, 40 seconds left to try to get into scoring range. Jeff Holland going to throw. He's going to check it down to Jake Pierce. He's only going to get a short gain. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Do have 2 timeouts, but we need to play with the high tempo here. 2nd and 3, 26 seconds left on the clock. Jeff Holland, once again, looking for the running back out of the backfield. That's going to move the chains and stop the clock, but we're going to hurry right back. 22 seconds left now. We're going to snap the ball. It's going to be a 5-man rush. They're going to send extra pressure, and it's going to be the running back once again. He does get enough to move the chains, so once again, he stops the clock. We still got 2 timeouts to work with. 17 seconds now. Once again, we're going to snap. It's a 4-man rush this time. And once again, this is just the Jake Pierce show. He's only looking for him right now. He gets a gain of 7, and we're forced to use a timeout. Does Jeff Holland know we have other players on this team? It has only been Jake Pierce so far on this drive, but because of that, he's had to be taken out to get a little bit of a breather. So Ramir Johnson is in there. Bunch to the right-hand side, 13 seconds left, nearing field goal range. 2nd and 3, Jeff Holland's going to drop back to throw. It's a 4-man rush. He gets instant pressure from the interior. It is actually Jake Pierce still in there. I guess after the timeout, he was able to come back in, and once again, that's where Jeff Holland goes. With the clock at only 5 seconds, they choose not to take a shot at the end zone and just see if they can get the points here. It's going to be a long one for Leon Young. Does he have the leg? Does he have the accuracy? He's got the leg, and he's got the accuracy as well. So we get at least some points to end the half. We've got a 10-point lead going into halftime. And we really needed those 3 points as well, because Minnesota's going to start with the ball in this second half. And their offense is playing with a lot of momentum right now. They can't be stopped. 1st and 10, I formation. They're going to look to run up the middle. It's Trey Potts looking for this left edge, and he has space now. We really kept him down in the first half. First play of the second half, he goes for 21 yards. We allowed 1 big run. Now can we get the stop? 2 tight ends to the left-hand side from the shotgun look. One's going to motion to the right. This should still be a pass, and it is. It's a 5-man rush. He's going to look downfield. He's got a man, but he's got extra coverage, and it gets broken up. It's Blake Harper who could have picked that off, but he still knocks it down. Looks like he might have forced a punt. So not a great start to the half, but the defense does clamp down and get the stop. So the offense has the ball back here for the first time in this second half. 1st and 10 from a pistol look, and it's going to be a read option play. Jeff Holland looked to take himself on this right-hand side. He's got plenty of room. He's going to fight for some extra yardage. He breaks 1 tackle, and it's a big run for Jeff Holland. He goes for 15. The traditional running game hasn't really worked, but we've had some decent success with these option plays so far today. 1st and 10 after that big gain. 3 receivers on the field, and Jeff Holland's going to drop back to throw. Running back's going to stay in the block, and he finds his tight end once again. It's Rodney Jennings for yet another first down. Jennings, Pierce, and Donaldson are the only ones we're looking for through the air right now. First down run loses 2 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 12. Looks like it might be a blitz for Minnesota. He might have to get the ball out quick. It's a 5-man rush. It's blocked up well. He's found his man near the sideline. It's the first catch for James Hill. Finally, someone not called Jennings or Donaldson catches the ball. A Jake Pierce carry moves the chains on 3rd and 1. So we've got another first down nearing field goal range. Brian Donaldson in the slot's going to come in motion into the backfield from this shotgun look. And it's going to be a triple option. Looking to pitch it to Jake Pierce. There is nowhere for him to go. He had a chance to cut that up and get a few yards. Instead, he tried to stretch it out, and he loses yards. Second down pass falls incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd and long, 11 yards to go. From the shotgun, 3 receivers to the left-hand side. Jeff Holland's going to throw. Finds his man on the crossing route. It's James Hill, but it's not going to be enough to move the chains. He only gets 6. Give him a little bit more comfortable field goal attempt. Leon Young converts the 52-yard field goal to put another 3 points on the board and give us a 13-point lead. 1st and 10 for Minnesota. We stopped him last time. Can we stop him again? It's going to be a play-action pass. We're sending extra pressure, and he's got a wide-open receiver in the flats. It's a tight end, and there is no one even close. I think the man that was supposed to be in coverage on him blitzed, and so there was no one to cover the tight end, and I didn't call that blitz. He was in man on that tight end, and he chose to rush the passer instead. Just an awful mistake there by the linebacker gives Minnesota a big play. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Wide receiver's going to come in motion, and it's going to be a pass by their running back. He looks downfield and finds Dylan Wright for 8 yards. If their running back's even completing passes on us, this is going to be a long day. And that's going to make it 2nd and short for Minnesota. A heavy package, and it's going to be a handoff to the running back, but it's a great play. He gets stopped in the backfield for a loss of 4, and it is the starting middle linebacker, Nick Heinrich, who blows that play up. So just like that, Nick Heinrich's giving us a chance of getting out of this drive without allowing any points. 4 wide look for Minnesota, and they're going to hand it off to the running back. A delayed handoff, and it's going to be close, but he is just short. It's going to be 4th and 1. They're going to go for this, I can almost assure you. No, they're going to punt it. Bad call there. Interesting decision. Not one I would make. So Minnesota inexplicably choose to punt it there. When it's 4th and 1, you have a 99 overall running back with 99 break tackle, down 13. I don't understand it, but it might end up working. 1st and 2nd down are both check downs, only get 3 yards total. So it's 3rd and 7 here for the Nebraska offense. Jeff Holland back in shotgun, is going to look to throw. 4-man rush. He's going to look over the middle, another check down, but he's got some space this time. It's James Hill for a gain of 9 and a 1st down. So that makes Jeff Holland 25 of 27 for the day. What a game he's had so far. And we've needed it because the running game has been doing absolutely nothing. Another short carry and 1st down. Jake Pierce goes for 2 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. Wide receivers in tight. Jeff Holland's going to throw. He sends extra pressure. He's got to take off. He does, but he does get taken down for his 2nd sack of the day. He loses 4. It's going to set us up 3rd and long. So it's 3rd and 12 for the Nebraska offense. The last time they were in a 3rd and long, they converted it. I think it was 3rd and 15. Can they do it again? 6 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. They're going to snap it. Jeff Holland goes to throw, looking downfield. And once again, he's got his man. And once again, it is Brian Donaldson. What a game he's had as well. Jeff Holland has looked really good. But Brian Donaldson has re-emerged as a budding star. So with that conversion, we're going to start the 4th quarter with a 13-point lead. 1st and 10. Looks like it might be a blitz here from Minnesota. The safeties creep down. 3 wide look from shotgun. Jeff Holland's going to look to throw. He's got to get the ball out. A free rusher. Instead, he looks to take off and gets sacked once again for a loss of 6. Jeff Holland had the free check down to a wide open running back in the flats, and he didn't take it. That's something he's been doing even when he's not been pressured, but he gets pressure in his face and he decides to just run it instead. A little bit of a panic there. So it's going to be 2nd and long, 16 yards. Bunch to the right-hand side. He's going to look to throw. It's only a 4-man rush this time. And once again, he's going to look to take off. But this time he's got space, a lot of it. He's going to get almost all of those yards back before he fumbles. Fortunately, Will Nixon picks it up. It might still be 3rd and short here. Yeah, we still have a few inches to go. But fortunately, we still have the ball. We get the 1st down with the fullback dive from Thomas Fedone. But on 1st down, it's a sack that loses us 4 yards. And then on 2nd down, it's a check down that only gets one of them back. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 here. Another 3rd and long. He's been pretty good in these situations so far. He's going to have to be again this time. 3rd and long. Jeff Holland goes to throw. It's a 4-man rush. He's going to have plenty of time. Good blocking for the offensive line. But it eventually breaks down. He gets sacked once again. I think going into this drive, he was sacked 1 time the entire game. I think he was sacked 4 times on this drive alone. The offensive line and Jeff Holland need to be doing better. We cannot take that many sacks. Especially if we had a chance there to make it a 3-score lead and basically put this game to bed. But instead, Minnesota had the ball right back after we were forced to punt. The quarterback takes off on 1st and 10. He has plenty of space, and he gets enough for the 1st down on the scramble. We have not seen any sort of pressure from this Nebraska team like we have from Minnesota. They have 5 sacks. We have none. After the scramble, a run on 1st down only gets a yard, and then an incompletion on 2nd down. So it's going to be 3rd and 9. And we need to see some pass rush from this defensive line. They were actually pretty good last week. They've done absolutely nothing today. Until then, it's a sack fumble. And he did come completely unblocked. If that's what it takes, I'll take it. We do get the stop. Unfortunately, we couldn't recover the fumble, but it's still going to be 4th and 10. They're probably still going to have to punt here. They're still down 2 scores. A good return on the punt, followed by a face mask, gives Nebraska good starting field position for their offense, with a chance to make this a 3-score game. I formation, and it's going to be a handoff to Jake Pierce, looking to hit this right edge, and he's got some space for what feels like the first time, and he gets 6 yards. We haven't been able to run the ball very well today, but we're going to be leaning on it right now to try to bleed clock. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game, and from my formation, it's going to be another handoff at the middle. Jake Pierce, once again, has a little bit of a lane, gets 5 and a 1st down. So all it took to get the running game going was Minnesota knowing we're running the ball, apparently. I don't know. 1st and 10, now under 3 minutes left in the game. I formation once again. It's going to be Ramir Johnson this time. Looking to hit this left edge. It is a good carry for Ramir Johnson. He gets 12 yards on his first tote of the game. Minnesota do take a timeout, then another one after a short gain of 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 here. Lining up in the shotgun. Brian Donaldson slot left. It's going to go motion into the backfield. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left. It's going to be a read option. No, it's a pass. It is a fake triple option. He's looking for his man, and he's got him. It is James Hill who brings it down, and he gets the 1st down. They take a little bit of a risk there going with the passing play, but it pays off as they get the first down. And now Minnesota are out of timeouts. With that first down, that ends the game as Nebraska are able to run the clock out. There's nothing Minnesota can do. They're out of timeouts, and Nebraska are going to end with their third consecutive win, and one they desperately needed if they wanted to win the Big Ten West and get to a Big Ten championship. What a big win that was, and that is definitely the best game of Jeff Holland's young career. Goes 29-31, 93% completion percentage. Didn't really test downfield as much in the second half, but it still ends up with 258 yards, no interceptions, and 1 touchdown. I do wish he would have taken less sacks. 5 sacks on the day isn't ideal. Some were the offensive line's fault, some were Jeff Holland's fault, but it's still a really good performance and got us a good win. The offense, one of the best games we've seen from them in a while. But unfortunately, as well as the passing game is playing, the running game was equally as horrific. We could do absolutely nothing on the ground. Jake Pierce given 15 carries, only 3.1 yards per rush. Jeff Holland only 1.9, but those 5 sacks do play into that. He was probably our best runner out of the backfield. Ramir Johnson came in, had that 15-yard carry, and then absolutely nothing in his next couple of carries. Unideal, but yeah, I mean, the passing game fortunately was good enough that it made up for the fact we couldn't run the ball. Jeff Holland was really good today throwing the ball, but he was aided by a really good receiving core as well. Jake Pierce actually leads the team with 9 receptions. A lot of those were checkdowns, and that does kind of bump up Jeff Holland's completion percentage a little bit, a lot of easy throws, but Jake Pierce was doing pretty well with them. So if that's the case, I don't see a problem with it. He gets nearly 60 yards. Roddy Jennings, always just reliable, always open, always brings down the tough catch. Gets his first touchdown of the season, I believe. No drops. And then Brian Donaldson. That is 3 straight really big games from him. And he was the guy we kept relying on in these 3rd and longs. And he kept getting open. He kept bringing them down. Really good game from him. Defensively, it was a good start, getting a 3-and-out on the first drive. But the end of the first half was pretty poor. They couldn't really stop anything. Fortunately, they did step up in the second half and completely shut out Minnesota in the second half, playing pretty well. We still didn't get really any pressure whatsoever. Only 1 sack. If we did get some pressures, it was because of a blitz, and it still never got there. And Antonio Gilmore's sack was completely unblocked. But I was really impressed with our run defense. That is a really, really good running back. Trey Potts, 99 overall, 99 break tackle. And we were pretty good. They broke a few tackles, but we made sure that we rallied to the ball and were able to bring them down. For the most part, the offense wasn't super explosive, but they were really efficient today. And when your defense is playing well, only allowing 14 points, that is really all you need. 99 yards on the ground, 258 through the air, really good completion percentage, and 3rd downs, 8 of 12, and a lot of those were 3rd and pretty long. Compare that to Minnesota, who were 1-6. Our defense struggled at times, but on 3rd downs, they really clamped up. Minnesota had a lot of 3rd and shorts as well. Well, that is officially a winning streak. 3 wins in a row against Big Ten opposition in Michigan State, Purdue, and now Minnesota. We've now seen 2 different ways that this team can win football games. Last week against Purdue, we won thanks to a dominant defense, only allowing 3 points while the offense struggled. This week, we won mostly in part to a very good offense. The defense struggled to start in the first half, while the offense was exceptional. Then the roles were kind of reversed. The defense was really good in the first half, the offense didn't do much, but they didn't really need to either. We ran the ball a lot more, which hadn't worked all game long, and it didn't really work better at the end of the game. But I thought we played really well today. That was a really big win, and one we needed if we want to stay in the race to win the Big Ten West and get to the Big Ten Championship. But that's not going to be easy, because going forward, we've got a pretty tough end of the season. 4 games remaining, and we're playing Northwestern, who are having a very good season, 5-1, undefeated in the Big Ten. Then Michigan, who are number 10, one of the best teams in the nation, 5-1, undefeated in the Big Ten, and we're traveling to Michigan. So that one is going to be incredibly difficult. Then we have a bye week before taking on Wisconsin for the first time in this series. Another pretty good team that I think are better than their record states. Then we end the season as we always do, taking on Iowa. I think we have to win at least one of these 2 last games, if not both of them, if we want to get to the Big Ten Championship. And that is still our goal. But looking forward to next week, we've got Northwestern, and it's probably yet another must-win game. They are currently ahead of us in the Big Ten West, but you'd have to say they're probably not as good as Wisconsin or Iowa. So if we're going to have any chance of winning that division, we're probably going to have to beat Northwestern. Fortunately, we're going to be at home. So I'll see you next episode for a big game against Northwestern. And I can't really believe I'm saying that after we got demolished by Penn State. We're looking for 4 wins in a row. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.